What is going on, everyone? TheNestFC here with my second episode of Career Mode with FC Porto. And before we get into our first game against Grasshoppers, I'd first like to apologise for some audio issues which happened first episode, which prior to the release of the video I did not realise actually happened, because the video cut out before I could actually say goodbye and thank you and please like, subscribe, you know, the normal routine. So I do apologise for that audio mistake there, which I did not realise while editing the video. But moving into this episode now, we had a really strange start to this pre-season. A 0-0 draw against Grasshoppers, no highlights at all. It was about 2 shots each way, and the possession was fairly even, so it was probably made out for the most boring game of FIFA I've ever played in my life. But apart from that, I guess some positives you can take away is that we did not concede. Despite us looking to get a new keeper, which is Rene Adler, you can see him now coming to Porto. It's looking very promising, so I decided to give him a contract of £60,000, and he wants 2 years as well, which is, I think, is a bit selfish considering we did spend £10 million on this guy, but 2 years I can deal with if he can deal with it. I just want to get this guy on the squad. I'm looking forward to playing with the new keeper on the FC Porto squad. And Helton, you know, he's getting a bit too old for it, so we're gonna have to switch him off, and Adler's gonna have to have his first game in the team. Going into our third pre-season game against Sevilla now, and they were a really strong team, I have to be honest. Bacca scoring straight away there in the first sort of 10 minutes to give Sevilla the lead, and then that was about it for the first half. Just a 1-0 lead to Sevilla. I'm not sure actually that was through Bacca, my apologies, another player playing for Sevilla, but then Oliver Torres with a nice shot there, and it goes back into the centre here. A bit of a chance for Abubakar to just get on his favourite foot and then, you know, have a ping, but good save from the keeper. And we were just, you know, trying to get any sort of chance we could, because I wasn't losing or drawing again in the pre-season. I had to try and get a win somehow. And Jackson Martinez came on, and he was looking really positive. He gives it to Berahimi, who also looked really positive this game. Had an absolute blast of the ball there, and it just came off the crossbar, unfortunately. And then Berahimi stepping to the left, cutting inside on his right, and, you know, shooting again, great save. Martinez not enough pace to get to that, and unfortunately they did clear the ball. And then we whip it again. Martinez misses the header, and so unlucky, so unlucky for us not to get a goal there, and that does wrap up the game. We do lose 1-0 to Sevilla there, and that makes it 2 draws and 1 loss, I believe, in the pre-season. So 3 games and no wins in that pre-season, and it was disappointing because I did want to experiment with the team a bit more and did not get a chance to see who shone out, because no one actually scored a goal apart from Martinez, and this was the guy I was looking to sell. So I got an offer for £19 million for him, and also a 9.5 bid there for Herrera. So we sold him for 9.5, got some money in. And then I increased Bayern's bid from 13 to 23, and they offered me 19, which I think's a bit of haggling. Okay, fair enough. They want to offer me less than 23, but they've got the money to go ahead with that deal, so I don't see why they don't. And Rene Adler there, we accept him, and he is into the team. Paulo Dybala is another player I was looking at. He's promising, young, and does look like one of those players which could fit into the Porto team, perhaps. So I did ask for him on loan, and it was rejected. And then they said, we want £18.5 million after inquiring about him. And I thought that was fair. He's a promising young player, as I've mentioned before. But £18.5 million may be a bit too much, maybe stretching the budget a bit too much. But we'll have to see. Maybe Dybala could fit into the team, whether or not he's up for the challenge. But then we come up against our first Premier Liga, I believe it's pronounced, game against TheNestFC, so our first game of the season. And this is how the lineup looks. We've got Martinez up front with Quaresma and Berahimi, and then we've got Torres, Casemiro, Quintero midfield, Sandro left back, Danilo right back, Reyes and Marcano in centre backs, and of course Adler in goal, our new signing. And straight out of the box they came at us with a nice shot there, just past the post, and then Martinez a nice shot straight at the keeper, unfortunately, but a nice bit of power in it. And then they get on the wing, a nice bit of dribbling, they whip it into the box, a flick on there, and a quality finish, let's be honest. Adler's not going to get to that. He got a hand to it, which is more than enough to ask from that shot. A really nice finish, and I believe that's their new signing as well, TheNestFC. So, you know, good for them, but I've needed to win a game, otherwise it's not going to be looking good for my career. And we do get a goal back through Jackson Martinez, which was a really good feeling. Our first proper goal of the series, and it is through the guy I'm trying to sell. So guys, I'm not sure whether or not I should be selling Jackson Martinez, because he seems to be the hero right now. He seems to be the only one scoring goals for me, and I don't think he deserves to be sold. So I'm sort of pushing towards keeping him now if I don't get that £23 million I am after. And if I do get that 23 million, then I definitely will be looking into purchasing a striker. And then a lovely finish there from Reyes, the centre-back, as I did go on all-out attack, because I needed these 3 points badly if I wanted to have any sort of chance of staying as the Porto manager. And then they went on an attack there just past the post. They really should have done better with that, but I'm not complaining at all, because that is a miss which gave us 3 points this game. The ref, you can see, he's about to blow his whistle, and we do deserve this game. I looked at the stats afterwards. We had about 7 shots, they had about 4, so fairly even game, but we did stretch it on the stats a bit, and Jackson Martinez deserved the man of the match there, and his goal to give us the 3 points and put us in a respectable position in the division. And as you can see there, the full-time result 2-1 against Nacional, and another £13 million bid for Martinez. And I say put on another 10 million like we did for Bayern Munich, and let's see how Roma react to that. See if they do the same. See if they change it up. And guess what they did? They bid £19 million. All these massive teams which have so much money just not willing to pay that 23 million, I think is a bit absurd, because they can afford it, but they just refuse to do it. Anyway, that'll wrap up the episode, everyone. Thank you for watching. 7th place. We're looking like a promising team at the moment, but be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next episode.